In the quiet spaces where cats choose to disappear, there is a rhythm that humans rarely perceive. Not all hiding is equal. Not all pauses are pauses of the same kind. And the patterns that emerge over time reveal more than momentary stress. They reveal strategy, intelligence, resilience. We return now to the subtlety of accumulated change. Patterns of change, slow, measured tone. A single disruption, a moved chair, a new sound, a shift in routine. Each may seem negligible on its own, but for a cat, small deviations are data points. Over days or weeks, they add up. A pattern emerges. Where to retreat, how long to stay, when to re-engage. This is adaptation. It is not chaos, but this architecture. Observe the repetition. A cat retreats under the same bed each time a visitor comes. Not because the bed is magically comforting, but because the cat has learned it offers the best combination of sensory reduction and information access. Light levels, sound dampening, visibility of human movement, all carefully balanced. Each return reinforces understanding. Each emergence tests assumptions. Each brief appearance updates the internal map. Humans often mistake repetition for stubbornness, or preference, or moodiness. In reality, it is refinement. The cat is calibrating its environment for predictability. Body language over time. Posture continues to carry meaning over time. Subtle shifts appear. The head lowers fractionally. Eyes narrow more often. The tail curls tighter. Not dramatically, but incrementally. A cat that senses cumulative disruption tightens its containment. The nervous system does not panic. It adjusts. The pattern is a living measure of internal equilibrium. Humans, by contrast, often seek singular moments to interpret. We look for the why now. We miss the why over time. Cats live in the continuum. Their responses are measured across days, not seconds. Variation among cats, observational tone. There is variation among individual cats. One may withdraw briefly each morning after a household routine shift. Another may retreat for hours after minor rearrangement. Neither is wrong. Neither indicates flawed emotion or attachment. What matters is flexibility. A cat that can emerge when curiosity outweighs caution demonstrates self-regulation. A cat that cannot emerge, whose stillness becomes unyielding, signals potential distress. Observation over time allows the difference to become clear. Human-cat relationship. These patterns shape the human-cat relationship. Humans intuitively seek feedback. We interpret proximity as affection, distance as rejection. Yet cats demonstrate that affection does not require constant presence. Trust does not require uninterrupted engagement. Withdrawal can coexist with deep social bonds. The cat that retreats during change and returns predictably is exercising confidence in its own capacity. It trusts the environment. It trusts the people in it. It trusts itself. When humans learn to accept withdrawal as functional rather than personal, tension dissolves. Patience becomes understanding. Observation becomes insight. Emotional mirroring, calm, measured tone. Cats reflect human patterns more than we realize. When life changes, humans also retreat. We seek quiet. We process internally. We emerge only when equilibrium is restored. Withdrawal in humans is often misunderstood as coldness, or avoidance, or lack of care. But often, it is care directed inward. Cats embody this without apology. They do not justify their need for space. They do not explain it. They simply take it. There is something instructive in that. Chronic patterns. Patterns also reveal risk. Repeated withdrawal without adequate emergence may indicate chronic stress. Changes in appetite. Changes in grooming. Changes in litter box use or social engagement. Provide context. Prolonged hiding alone is not always dangerous. But when paired with behavioral or physical shifts, it becomes a signal. Here, observation matters more than intervention. Subtlety over urgency. Understanding over correction. The cat communicates through these nuances. It does not cry out. It offers data. It offers cues. It asks for perception without interference. Spectrum of withdrawal. Consider the spectrum. At one end, a cat hides briefly after small disruptions. Equilibrium is restored. Normal routines resume. Trust remains intact. At the other, a cat withdraws consistently under low-level but ongoing stress. Energy is conserved at the cost of engagement. Body posture tightens. Eyes narrow constantly. Tail disappears. The difference is measured not in hours alone, but in behavior over time. Humans often misinterpret this spectrum as moral or relational judgment. It is neither. It is information, patience and observation, reflective tone. The final layer is patience. Cats teach that understanding is slow. Observation is cumulative. Interpretation requires time and attention. A single hidden moment tells little. A pattern over weeks, months, even years tells everything. To live alongside a cat is to inhabit these slow truths. To watch without interference. To notice without panic. To respect without demand. The extraordinary emerges from the ordinary. Closing reframe. By the end, we see hiding differently. Not as fear. Not as illness. Not as rejection. As processing. As adaptation. As intelligence. The cat's quiet spaces are not empty. They are intentional. They are alive with observation, calculation, and emotional regulation. We are reminded that not all communication is audible. Not all presence is visible. The ultimate insight lies in recognition. When a cat withdraws, it is not turning away from the world. It is calibrating itself to live fully within it. And if we watch closely enough, we begin to understand not only our cats, but the quiet architecture of attention, resilience, and presence that exists in all thinking beings. In the end, stillness is not absence. It is intelligence. It is choice. It is respect for life unfolding at its own pace. A cat emerges. We notice, and our understanding lingers longer than any movement.